on purpose, and it was the best thing I could ever do for myself. I grew up in the early 2000s when being as skinny as humanly possible was the ideal beauty standard. Now, growing up, I wasn't really that fat, but I've always been extremely pear-shaped. I come from a long line of women who have the curves. It's just my genetic downfall. I remember being 100 pounds and I still wore a size 8 because of my hips. This was just what my body was like. And when I was younger, I was really insecure about it because having wide hips and having a large bum was not ideal, at least in the community that I lived in. People in school would call me hippo hips. When I was in gym class in the 7th grade, a girl literally got into a with me because she didn't like the way that I walked and how my hips moved when I walked. What I always wanted, what I always dreamed of was having hips that just were up and down. I wanted my body to just be like this. That's all I wanted. But my body was never going to be like that because that is not my body shape. And as I got older, I would date guys and they would mention me losing some weight. I really wasn't that big at that time, but I did have big legs and big hips. I had a flat stomach, but the bottom was always big. And this was not the standard of beauty back then. I think with time, we have gotten a little bit more accepting of different body shapes, which is cool, but what really helped me was getting fat. I went to college, I had unlimited access to food. I lived in the dorms, and I had unlimited food. I'm talking pizza, burgers, pasta, whatever the food of the day was. And then they even gave you these things called like flex dollars, where you could use those in the school cafeteria store to buy even more things. And I was a soda girly, and I got soda every single day. And I gained a little bit of weight. And when I gained weight, I was like, I actually kind of like how this looks. But I really wanted a boyfriend. And I realized guys didn't necessarily like girls who were chubby. So I always had this vision of, I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight. If I ever want a partner, I need to lose weight. Actually, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I like food. Why am I always trying to do stuff that other people want me to do? Is the world going to end if I get really fat? What's really going to happen? Is it the end of the world? So I just stopped caring. And I just started eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Now, I'm not saying do this because it wasn't really the healthiest thing to do, but I started gaining weight. And with the weight gain, I actually started to be more confident. I don't know why. I liked how it looked. I liked how my body filled out. I liked having curves. I didn't think having a chubby belly was gross. I still don't think I am gross. I have lost about 100 pounds. I was bigger, and I thought I was hot when I was that big, and I think I'm hot now. But what was so cool about the experience was just not caring. Not caring what other people thought about me and just living freely. I was able to live free. I was able to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and I liked food. Food was good. Food brought me joy. Food served its purpose. I used food a lot as a studying mechanism. I would study and then treat myself, and it helped me get my way through college. And after college, I started working at tech companies, and if you know anything about tech companies, a lot of them give you a whole bunch of free food. So I just kept getting fat because I kept eating whatever the hell I wanted, whenever the hell I wanted it. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And it was cool to be able to experience that because there's so many women out there, their biggest fear is to gain weight. If they gain weight, they think the world is going to end. And I think it actually kind of helps you. Like, imagine being married to someone and something happens where you gain weight. This can happen for so many reasons. Could you imagine being with someone who just stops loving you because you gained weight? You no longer have value because your appearance isn't what they like anymore? No, that sounds like an awful life to live. To constantly restrict yourself. Now, I went to the extreme. I do know this. I don't think everyone needs to go to the extreme. But it worked for me, and it helped me. And I got to have that fun while I was young and while my body could handle it. Now I'm losing weight, and I'm a little bit healthier. My blood work is good. I have no health issues. Knock on wood. I do have lipedema, so that's why my legs will always be large no matter how much weight I lose. The only way to get rid of it is with surgery, and I like my big ass legs, so I don't care. But yeah, I think gaining a lot of weight was extremely freeing, and it helped me realize your appearance, what you look like, is not everything. It doesn't matter. Being fat is a lot of fun. It's not for everyone. But it's not for everyone. I'm not telling you to go get fat if you're not fat. But constantly being in fear, nah, I don't like that. That's not good for you. I don't recommend being in fear. If you get fat, it's not the end of the world. And if you are fat and you think it's the end of the world, that's because that is your perspective. You are making it be that way. I was so incredibly happy when I was at my fattest and I was having hot guys talk to me. Just saying, hot, successful ones. So it doesn't matter what you look like, what the point of this was, but like, if you're fat, it's okay. It's serving its purpose. Don't be mad at yourself because you're fat. Don't be mad at yourself if you're gaining weight, even if it's not on purpose. It is serving its purpose for you at this time in your life. It is bringing you some sort of comfort, and that is okay. It is at the end of the day, if anything really bad happened, you have so much survival fat on your body that you could just live off of water for like a year. You won't even need food. Just saying. Just saying.